Hi there, my name is Scott Young, and I'm the president of the Rotary Club of Edmonton, Whyte Avenue for the 2018-2019 season. And hard to believe that we're almost halfway done, considering we started in July 1st and it's now January 4th. A couple of things I wanted to do since we are at the midway point of our season is first I wanted to thank all of the guest speakers and our members, our corporate sponsors, all our friends and family who volunteered at the events. You guys have basically made this year happen, and I can't be happier with how things have turned out. And just big thanks to you all for participating in your own way that you have. A few things I wanted to cover in this short video is one, just cover the accomplishments that we did for the first 6 months, and then talk about what we're going to be doing for the next 6 months. So first, on the community services side, we had our barbecue with the Neighbor Center. We had our annual hockey night on Whyte, which was a ton of fun. We had our meals at men at the Ronald McDonald House. We did the stocking stuffing for the Skills Society. We did our ongoing weekly dinner club meeting with the Neighbor Center, as well as our annual Christmas dinner with the Neighbor Center, which I think we helped serve over 100 people, which was a fantastic opportunity. On an event. On the fundraising side, we volunteered at the Rocky Mountain Wine and Food Festival. We did our annual raffle, as well as had a super fun pool for polio, which was, I believe, our 3rd annual. So that was great. Make sure you come next year. For fellowship events, big thanks to Syed and Lauren organizing our barbecue at Mike Brannigan's in the summer. We had the holiday party in December, as well as the Guess Who's Coming for Dinner, which, if you haven't heard of that before, it's a great opportunity to meet members. For those of you who are members or thinking about becoming members, where basically a couple or member hosts a dinner at their house, and then they've got 4 other people coming to the house, but they don't know who they are. And the people who are going to this dinner don't know who's cooking it for them. But it turns out to be a lot of fun. On the guest speaker side, we had Peter Denoy from Rotary eClub Canada 1 talking about an online Rotary Club, which is a nice option for people who travel a lot or in remote locations, and also a great opportunity for makeups. We had our very own Christian Jennings, who's also a nurse with Young Nurses Take Action, talk about a medical mission to Peru that she did with, again, Young Nurses Take Action, which was very interesting. We had Edith Martin, who came and talked about Project Amigo, which is an educational opportunity and program in Colima, Mexico. We had Brianne Thomas from the Strawberry Women's Network talk about their Comfort program, which is basically being able to provide a package of toiletries and games for families that find themselves suddenly at the emergency. At the emergency at the Strawberry Children's Hospital, and if they have to stay longer than they expected, to help just make them comfortable. Cherie Clausen, the new executive director with the Old Strathcona Business Association, came and talked about all the great things that are happening with businesses in the Old Strathcona area. Nova Winter, Mary Murphy, and Aaron Cranston paid us a visit to talk about the great programming that they have at the Neighbor Center. We had Nicole Spring from Veg and Yeg talk about a organic garden that she started this past year in the Old Strathcona area, which is a great place to pick up basically organic veggies at pay what you want prices. I actually went and visited it, and it's great produce, so something to consider for this new year. District Governor Ingrid Neach came and talked about all the things that are happening at the district level. We had Wayne Kaufman and Wayne McCutcheon from the District Rotary Foundation talk about all the great things they're doing, as well as where the money goes for district grants. Plus, I also want to thank our members who did presentations on their own projects that they're working on, as well as those who did their Who's Who, which is basically our version of the classification talk, where we learn more about who our new members are. So that's always interesting. In terms of the second half of the year, basically January and February schedule is pretty much ready to go. January is vocational month, so with that in mind, this coming Tuesday, so that would be January 8th, we are at the Old Strathcona ATB. We're doing a field trip on Calgary Trail, just south of Whyte Avenue, where Paige Reeves, our vocation chair, is setting up a presentation for the Rotary Employment Partnership and how this has been a positive experience both for ATB, who hired somebody through the Rotary Employment Program, as well as the person they hired. So come and bring a guest. That would be great. On January 15th, the following week, our very own Kathy Strobel will be helping members and guests become better presenters by teaching you skills that she's learned as a member of Toastmasters. January 22nd, we have someone from Shelterbox talking about that program. And if you haven't heard of Shelterbox before, it's exactly what it sounds like: a shelter, a big tent in a box with all pots and pans and everything a family would need in the event of a disaster, so that they can have temporary lodging. Our club, I'm proud to say, we donated a shelter box to a disaster in Indonesia earlier this year, where I believe there was an earthquake. So this is a great opportunity to learn more about Shelterbox. And then we're having on the Friday, January 25th, Shine for Shelterbox, which is our international chair, Stan Bissell, is organizing. It'll be at his house. We're raising money for Shelterbox. On January 29th, there's no meeting because I'm going to be meeting with the executive so we can prepare for the Midpoint Club Assembly, which is the following week. February 12th, Mina Deacon is going to be talking about black sheep violence, which is an interesting presentation she's done at other clubs. So that would be great if you can come for that. January 26th, Susan Coward from the City of Edmonton's Recovery Urban Wellness Project will be presenting on, they are now bringing it to the Old Strathcona area. So that'll be something worth listening. At the district level, March 8th and 9th is a district spring learning session. So for all you members who are interested in joining that, let me know. And as far as other things that are coming down the road, we're working on in the background what could be very well our annual fundraising fundraising event. I will hold back on those details, but stay tuned. And Wine Survivor will be back. So lots of great things going on with our club. Now, if you are new to our club, or if you're interested in learning more about our club and potentially becoming a member of our Fun, Fearless, and Focus Club, I'd encourage you to visit our website, which is www.whiteavrotary.com, and I'll put a link here, which you can get to see, and you'll be able to get to see a lineup of our speakers and to get basically a feel for who we are and what we're all about. You can also follow us on Facebook and Twitter, or even better, come to one of our meetings. The first two are on us. We meet Tuesday evenings from 5:45 till 7 p.m. at the Rooster Cafe Kitchen on Whyte Avenue. If you're concerned about the commitment to coming to all the meetings, don't worry about that on a regular basis, that is. Certainly join our friends list so you get updates on all the events that we are having that are coming down the road. You can help volunteer at some of our community events, be a guest at our meetings, and also our very own Marilyn Muka, who's also an assistant governor for our district, is spearheading a passport club. So if you're interested in learning more about that, we can certainly pass her information on to her. Ultimately, there's lots of ways of getting involved with our club and Rotary in general, depending on your availability. So ultimately, thanks for listening. Appreciate it. Let's have a fantastic year, and hopefully I'll see you next Tuesday at the Old Strathcona ATB. Have a great weekend, folks. Take care. Bye for now.